back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with another thought of the day. No rant this time, just a little thought of the day. Something that's crossed my mind recently, certainly with some of the transfer speculation going on around a certain England top goal scorer in the shape of Harry Kane. Yes, everybody knows that Harry Kane is the only player closing in on Alan Shearer's record at the minute. And there's been some rumours recently of Harry Kane possibly leaving the Premier League. So just thought we'd jump on and do a little bit of an opinion video on this one. So obviously the story goes is that Spurs are going to offer or ask for a discounted fee for Harry Kane in the summer, which is only going to be £88 million. Now that has alerted both Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain for his signature. Now it's quite pertinent actually that we're playing Spurs this weekend to talk about this video. So Harry Kane is a phenomenal goal scorer, and what he's done in his career to date is been incredible. I mean, in case you've forgotten, this is how close Harry Kane has become to Alan Shearer's record of 260 Premier League goals. I mean, it's quite funny. I look at this list and I see if more than a few players have played for Newcastle. It pisses me off sometimes who didn't win anything when you look at some of the goal scorers that we had there. So Harry Kane is currently sitting on 206 goals. So he's two away from Rooney's record. And obviously, he's a few away from Alan's there. Is it what was it, 44 or something? I don't know, 54. Got my maths working there. So he's not a million miles away from Alan's goals. But the big question is, will Harry Kane stay in the Premier League beyond this summer? I don't think Spurs are going to get top four. I think they fell away. I think there's been too many managers coming and going. There's been too much disruption at Spurs. Daniel Levy has kind of lost the plot a little bit there. They're really slipping backwards. Other teams have got ahead of them now. Obviously, Newcastle have got these wealthy owners. We're pushing on. We're getting better players. We're really upsetting the apple cart. And Chelsea are tipping over, but Liverpool are going to come back strong. Arsenal are back in the game. Even Brighton are looking good. Villa are back in the game. They've got money behind them too. So Spurs are in real trouble here of slipping away. Now, I think Kane wanted to leave previously. That Manchester City move was no secret that he fancied that move, and obviously that didn't happen. He stayed at Spurs, he banged in loads of goals, but he's looked across as the Nordic meat shield that is Erling Haaland is smashing in goals for fun, and I bet he does think that could have been me. So that tells me that Harry Kane, in terms of Premier League football, only has a couple of options really. Now, one of those options, which is I think is the option he probably will take, is Manchester United. Manchester United, a very good side. They're on their way back with Eric Ten Hag, but I still think they need that focal point, that number 9. Rashford's done extremely well for them. There's no doubt about that. But I think Kane could slip into that team very well, and he could be that focal point, have 2 or 3 years there, a little bit like what Van Persie did. Towards the end of his career, and scored quite a good few goals. So I mean, Zlatan did as well. Manchester United, yes, he was a bit older than Kane, and he only had like one good season, but he was still really good. So I think Harry Kane could stay at Manchester United potentially for a couple of seasons, get the extra 54 goals or whatever he needs to break Alan Shearer's record, or tie it at least. He wants to get one ahead of it, I'm sure. But this will be a big test for Harry Kane's mentality, really. Now, the talk of Paris Saint-Germain is an interesting one because there's loads of rumours going around that Lionel Messi, however you want to pronounce that. I say Lionel because I'm a heathen. So Messi, there you go. Messi is possibly going back to Barcelona. Barcelona are trying to get the scratch together and trying to clear it with La Liga. Now, I don't think that will take a great deal of time because surely if you go to La Liga bosses and say, can we have possibly one of the most commercially valuable player back in our league, pretty please? I think La Liga will take all of 3 seconds to go, okay then. And they won't bust Barcelona's balls too much. Now, if he does leave Paris Saint-Germain, that does leave a hole in the Paris Saint-Germain front 3. So does Harry Kane fancy a bit of that? Does he want to go and play, in a bit of a shit league, let's be honest with you, with the exception of playing the likes of Marseille, Lyon, Lille possibly. There's not many other great teams in there. Yes, you play Champions League football and you draw the big boys then, but Paris Saint-Germain always seem to shit the bed despite having, a championship manager cheat code team. Does he really want to go there? Does he want to play there? Yes, you play with Neymar and Mbappe and brilliant players, no doubt. But does he really want to go there? But, maybe does someone like Real Madrid come in if Benzema gets moved on? You just don't know. But at the minute, it looks to be Manchester United or Paris Saint-Germain. So pulling it back to Newcastle, I'm sure Alan Shearer probably secretly hopes he goes to Paris Saint-Germain. But if Harry Kane decides to stay at Manchester United, he could possibly break Alan Shearer's record of the 260 goals. But it will be really interesting to watch. I'm not going to get into who's better, Shearer or Kane. I think they're both very good strikers. For me, it's Alan Shearer all day long. Me personally, because I grew up watching Alan Shearer, but I think Alan Shearer was more of just a pure goal machine. I think Harry Kane's probably a better footballer, in terms of dropping deep, getting the ball, bit of control, passing the ball, moving around. That could possibly cost him in terms of his goal hunt, because if he drops further deeper, a bit like what Rooney did, I think Rooney would have broke Shearer's record personally had he not been so unselfish and dropped into a deep line midfield role, and became provider rather than goal scorer. And Rooney would have definitely deserved to break the record, because Rooney was a fantastic footballer, no doubt about that. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where Kane ends up this summer. Let us know in the comments below, whether you're a Newcastle fan or a Spurs fan or a Man United fan or a Paris Saint-Germain fan. Where do you think Kane will end up? And if he does stay, it should only be a matter of time really before he breaks Alan's record. But if he is tempted to go, Shearer's record could last a hell of a lot longer, at least until Erling Haaland breaks it. But yeah, a little bit of food for thought, certainly with the fixture with Spurs coming up soon as well. So this is Chris signing off forevermore. If this is the kind of thing you like, guys, please, by all means, click like and subscribe. Like the video, help get it around YouTube. Really helps the channel grow. We're close to 2,900 subscribers, close to 3,000. That's the next milestone. Help us get there. Smash a button. You won't regret it. 2 live shows and then pop-up videos just like this one as well. Sometimes not all about Newcastle, but always with an undertone of Newcastle United in it. So this is Chris signing off. Let's keep supporting that team. We'll call United, get a Paris, Harry, and then let Alan keep that record for a bit longer. We'll see you later, everybody. Cheers. Bye.